Hey guys, so today's video is going to be about something very near and dear to my heart, and it is face makeup. I'm so obsessed with face makeup. It's like my favorite thing to do when I'm getting ready. I just feel like it just pulls your whole look together. But I just have a couple of disclaimers before I get started. First of all, it is really hot in my room right now. I just rearranged all my furniture so that I can film here, and I just want my air conditioner on because I'm just really warm. So yeah, please ignore that. But the second thing that I want to say is that I have like really clear skin. I don't have acne. The worst of my skin problems is that I have really bad under eye circles, like they're like super purple, but that's like the extent of my skin issues. So yeah, I struggle with like discoloration, a little bit of redness, but it's like definitely nothing to complain about. So if you're looking for a video that teaches you like how to cover up acne or something like that, this is not the video for you. So I guess I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna start off with my makeup products, and I will move into makeup brushes. At the end of this video, I'm going to have a foundation routine, so I'm just gonna show you all the products that I use like in order of using them in the video, just to make things a little bit easier if you want to like reference back. So yeah. First I use primer, and the primer that I'm currently using is the Lancome La Base Pro primer. I don't know, it's like a mini one. And for a while I was using the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base Primer, and I just realized that it was really like just drying out my skin. My skin like isn't super oily, isn't super dry, but it is more on the dry side, so I don't want primer that's going to dry out my skin before I put, foundation on it, because then it just looks really gross and like scaly. So yeah. So I've started using this, and this works really, really well as long as you give it time to set. And a lot of people don't know that about silicone-based foundation primers, is you need to give them time to set into your skin so that your foundation doesn't just slide right off of it. So usually what I do, which I didn't do in this video just for like the sake of time, but usually what I'll do is I'll apply a base, and then I'll do my eyebrows, and then I'll like finish my face makeup or whatever, just because I'll give it a little time to set while I'm doing my eyebrows. But for this video I already have my eyebrows done. Irrelevant. Next I have my foundation, and currently I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend, and my shade is M7. So yeah, it just looks like this. I'm gonna be honest, I was just at the drugstore and I'm like, I want a foundation with a pump. Literally, don't even ask me why. I'm just chilling at Walmart like, I want a foundation with a pump. So I bought this. And I've been using it for a little while, and I really, really like it. This is definitely a medium to full coverage foundation. Sometimes I just like to have a heavier foundation. I don't know why, but yeah. So, I mean, I really don't need it. I just think it evens out my skin tone better than some BB creams and stuff, and sometimes I just want that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this at the moment, and this is the foundation that I used in the video. My favorite, like, not high coverage foundation is the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB Cream. This literally, like, I love it. It blends into my skin. It's so light. You can literally, like, you can barely even feel it on your face, and I really like it, but I'm almost out of it, so I'm literally using it, like, as sparingly as possible. But with my foundation routine, I would do the same exact thing that I did with the CoverGirl foundation with the Maybelline BB Cream. Now I have 3 concealers to talk about. I didn't use 2 of them in the video because I didn't have anything to really cover up. This one I use if I have like a lot of redness. Like sometimes on this cheek, like right here, it gets super red. I don't know why. But I like to apply this first and just like blend it out. Kind of just like blurs it out and then just makes it better for when I put on foundation. It just looks like a lot better and it just covers it up more. So yeah, I like that. And then if I have like a giant pimple or something, I like the Boing Concealer by Benefit. It says that it's an industrial strength concealer, and that is so true. It literally can cover up anything, so I love that. And then for highlighting purposes, I am obsessed with this right now. This is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Concealer. And I got this really, really light because I was like, oh my god, I'm going to use it for highlighting. And then I was like always too scared to use it. But recently I've just been watching a lot of face makeup videos because I wanted to try to like improve on my face makeup routine. And I just decided to whip this out, and honestly, when I put it right here, it just brightens up my whole face. It just makes my eyes look bigger, it makes me look more awake, and I just really, really love that. I also put it down my nose. It just makes my nose look more highlighted. I don't know. But I really, really like this, and I definitely recommend it. I'm not sure if they sell it anymore, though, but I bought it from like some drugstores. I use the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. Since it's a loose powder, it's not as like cakey and heavy as other powders would be, and I just really like it. It's very, very cheap. I don't like using like color powder just because I feel like I already like have foundation on, and that's more than enough to cover up whatever I have to cover up. The only thing that sucks about it is that it literally gets everywhere, and it's so annoying. I have like a pile of it on my vanity, and it's just really, really obnoxious. But other than that, I definitely recommend it. I'm going to be honest, I kind of forget what order I applied my blush, bronzer, and highlighter, so I'm just going to kind of show you them. The blush I used in the video is from this NARS palette. This is the Foreplay palette, and it looks like this, and I used this color right here, and I really like this. I think it's called Desire, but I'm really not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But I really, really like this color. It's just super pigmented, and I usually have trouble finding colors that actually show up on my skin tone. Like a lot of the peachy colors that are really popular don't. They only leave behind shimmer, and that's kind of stupid, so yeah. But I really like this color. It's also matte, and I don't really like having a lot of shimmer on my face, even when it comes to eyeshadow. So yeah, I just really have been liking that color recently. The Bella Bomba Blush by Benefit, and it looks like this. It's this really nice watermelon color. It shows up on my skin tone, which is like a miracle, and it smells really good. And I don't know, I just like the way it makes my cheeks look. It just gives them like a lot of dimension. Next I have the Lorac Pro To Go palette, and I want to talk about the bronzer in this. I'm obsessed with it. Every single powder product by Lorac blends out like a dream. I'm not even kidding. Like this bronzer, like I can apply a lot of it and just like blend it out and just make my cheeks look really sculpted, or I can just apply a little bit, blend it out, it looks great. I really, really like this bronzer, and I definitely recommend this palette in general. The eyeshadows are great, so are the blushes. I don't really use the blushes, they're kind of light for my skin tone, but I've used them on other people and they look really good. The final product I have to show you is High Beam by Benefit. I've used this forever and I really, really love it. It just makes your cheekbones, again, just makes you look so awake and like just, I don't know, just more like bright and vibrant, and I just love highlighting it.
It just makes you look like bam, bright, awake, holla, swag money. I just have to go ghetto on you for a second.
So now I have some brushes to show you, and I'm gonna go through these a little bit quickly just because I feel like this video is getting long. First of all, I'm gonna show you my favorite brush, and this is the MAC 159 brush. It's just, as you can see, a stippling brush, and it's just really small and it's shaped oddly, and I love this brush. I think it was like $40 from MAC, and honestly I would never spend $40 on a makeup brush, but I was getting my makeup done for prom, and you have to spend a minimum of $50 for them to do your makeup, so I bought this. I was like, let me splurge when I have a chance. But anyway, I love this brush just because I feel like I said before, I really don't need a lot of coverage when it comes to foundation. So with this brush and most stippling brushes, I feel like they kind of, like when you're blending out the foundation, I feel like it kind of loses some of the coverage, and I like that. Because obviously I don't need a ton of coverage, and this just literally makes the foundation look like it's my skin. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It blends foundation out like a dream, and I completely recommend it. Also, it's so useful for so many things. Like, sometimes I contour with it. Sometimes I apply my powder underneath my eyes with it, and I just love it. Also, I'm just obsessed with little brushes for doing my foundation. I feel like I don't even understand how people can, like, have these big brushes when they're either applying powder or applying foundation. I just feel like I need to get in like all the nooks and crannies. Next I have this brush. This is just one of those like highlighting brushes. I'm not sure of the brand. I bought this at IMATS like a couple years ago, and I don't remember the brand name at all, but if for some reason I do remember, I will put it in the description. But anyway, it's just like a pointed brush, and I just really like it. It's really good for applying powder underneath my eyes. Also, I love contouring my nose with this because the tip is like very precise, so I can get in there and then I can blend it out, and I don't know, I just really like it. Also, I like it for highlighting. I have the Real Techniques contour brush. I love this for applying foundation when I want more coverage. I feel like compared to a stippling brush, it doesn't, you know, take away as much of the coverage. I really, really love this brush, and yeah, I feel like it's a little bit too dense for contouring. Like, I feel like this would apply so much bronzer to your face, so I would never really use it for contour. And then next I have this brush, and this is a blush brush from Icing, and I love this for blush. It's like super just like fluffy and stuff, so it doesn't like apply too much, and I really like that. I use this for my face powder sometimes, and it just applies it really lightly. If it's a hot day and I know that I'm going to be like sweating, I don't want a ton of makeup on my face, so I'll use this. So next I have the e.l.f. powder brush, and this brush is so perfect if you want to be like completely matte, not an inch of oil or dew or whatever. This brush is absolutely amazing. If you want to get a matte, like say that you don't want to apply powder, like you feel like that is too much, and you just want to buff in your foundation with something, I recommend this because this, like, even when you like buff in foundation, it makes it like completely matte. I don't know, but this is really awesome, and I'm not a huge fan of like the dewy look because I just feel like who wants to look oily and like they're sweating. My final brush is this stippling brush. Again, I don't know the brand name. I love this brush just because it applies bronzer amazingly. Like if I just want a little bit of bronzer and I don't feel like actually like contouring or anything, I just do a little 3E and bam, it looks great. This, again, like I said, like I feel like stippling brushes do not apply things very heavily. Therefore, this applies bronzer like a dream, especially if you're like a lighter skin tone and you don't want to apply too much bronzer. Apply with a stippling brush because you won't look orange. There you go. So that's everything I wanted to show you guys. So if you want to see my foundation routine, please stay tuned. But thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.